Oops. Hello, YouTube. We are back. This is later, next day, because while I was going to record, my headset broke, so I had to set up the new headset and charge it and all that, so I couldn't do it as quickly as I wanted to. Anyway, so since last time, I did go about doing what I said. I also gotta adjust my volume because it's a lot louder in my headset now. I don't have it perfect sound. But anyway, I did go ahead and get the other two quests done. Well, not done, but I gathered the stuff for them. And I'll go ahead and turn them in, and then we'll get to the crafting for this episode. Wait, I want to make sure I have my TV muted. Bring me 3 harbor herring. Lily, this will test both your ability to use pill bugs as bait and your ability to count. I have exactly 3 for you, bud. There's nothing better than salted harbor herring, save for perhaps fried harbor herring. Or grilled. No, definitely salted. You know, in the yesteryears of my youth, I used to use every fish I yanked out to yield a bigger one. A good gamble until the game got gargantuan. I guess I got greedy. Where did you... Well, sometimes it's best to throw back the big ones. Good gods, what's the guildmaster got to do to garner a grain of gratitude? Acting respectable would be a start. Respectable? I sailed the seas and snared everything that swam in them. And that would be an accomplishment, if by everything that swam in them, you meant fish and not lady divers. All you ever brought back were stories about carousing with trollops. And he does the dance. But chauvinism is just a red herring. The harbor herring are what's important, namely the lesson of thinking from the perspective of the fish when selecting bait. In that regard, I can say you truly have the mind of a fish. So here's a treat. Some of it might seem like gibberish at first, but as you make observations and jot down notes, eventually all of it will be gibberish. Well, take some time to study up, but be careful not to fry your fish brain. You'll need it for your next lesson. The fishing log is a chronicle of your experiences as a fisher. Peruse the fish guide for fishing locations and detailed fish data, or reflect upon your accomplishment by reviewing your records. We don't have gloves, right? We didn't get gloves yet, so let's grab gloves. Because now we have gloves for all 3 of them, which is good. That. This will select the next one. The princess and the fish. Yeah, so it is a trout like I thought it was. What's that in your eye, Lily? I know that the glimmer. It's the eye of the fisher. It's the thrill of the bite, rising up to the challenge of our rival. I just noticed that this is a reference to a song. Eye of the fisher, it's the thrill of the bite, rising up to the challenge of our rival. God damn it. There's a bunch of like little stupid things in this game if you actually pay attention. Keep that spark alive, friend. You don't want to end up like Wabalago. Not that I'm worried about you. Oh yes, I can see it. There's a fire inside you, burning for fish. More fish, bigger fish. It's time to feed that fire. Today is the day. The day you catch your first big one. No one ever forgets their first. Journey forth to the banks of the Nim in Middle Lenosia. There you will find her, the Princess Trout. Take the princess and return here triumphant. Her Royal Highness is drawn to crayfish balls. Certain gear grants bonuses to your perception. Greater perception raises the probability of catching larger fish. Although fish can be different sizes at the time they are caught, all fish of the same type become identical once in your inventory. You can use fish as like decorations and like mount them on the walls. Also, now we have the new day. So what is the next? Obsidian is the next one. We need crimson crayfish. Was there a crimson crayfish over there? I don't know. Let's check. If there's one we can just quickly buy, I'll go turn that in. We don't have to. I don't have one, do I? I think they're the later. I mean, it's possible I have one elsewhere, but. I've been doing other stuff, so I haven't had time to play on my other characters since the last time we did this. There's one here. And the gathering doesn't have like a high quality, so you can never really get like a bonus one. But yeah, today's objective in this video is gather all the crafting roles or jobs, and then from there we'll work on what else. But yeah, see, this one is for my level. Oops. But it's doubled. So it's gonna end up giving me like 2-3 levels, well, under 3 levels, but pretty high. So this is a very good, like, beginner way to level up stuff. See? 2 levels and a half. Which is why it's good to do this. I'll do this for the miner too, because I still have obsidian from earlier. Here, so I don't even have to, mine. I'll have to get the cloves, though. I don't have cloves. And that leveled me up 1 level. And then we'd have to get the cloves. Okay, we're set there, so let's quickly switch here and put on the gloves. And let's make sure we put on our stuff here. And we haven't done the quest yet, so we don't have our offhand with this. Also, for gathering roles, it's good to keep your old gear, because we haven't gone into it yet, but with specifically with Uda. We have so we have to specifically pay. But I haven't done it, but the retainers require gear eventually. So it's a good idea to make sure you keep your old, like, hatchet and stuff. Because they'll use it eventually. As long as you get into using retainers, which you should, it will become relevant. Neat. Okay, we get a cock feather. And then we'll get close. See, that's always good to level up stuff. Always get the extra stuff you haven't gotten before. I'm curious. I've never really dabbled in this game. Yeah, I never really did. What? Let's turn all of these down a bit. I'll keep volume at max though. That way I can easily turn myself up, but you know. Should turn down like the level up noise a bit. Because I do think it's a little loud. It's not bad, but it is a little loud when I was looking back at the earlier one. Just in specific places. Okay, we got those. So now, before we go back to the limb stuff, let's go do the bottom. I like how before we actually like start what we were doing, it's gonna be Are they still having a slap fight? What the fuck is going on right next to me? Somebody's playing an instrument. Right there. It's funny with this game, like, I've spent so many hours in it, like, there's still 2 expansions I haven't ever touched, and haven't finished the 3rd one. On a quest for maple sap, then your best bet is to search in the vicinity of Treeski. I happen to be waiting for a delivery of sap myself. Might you be the botanist tasked with supplying it? Here you go. Ah, the maple sap I requested. Then you must be the new botanist. She has been fussing over. Ah, but where are my manners? Thank you. Why do I need so much of the stuff? Well, allow me to explain. It's the very least I can do. After all you've done. Boiling maple sap causes it to thicken into a sweet syrup called, you guessed it, maple syrup. From maple syrup, we can make maple sugar, an ingredient used in various recipes, particularly in confectionery, from cakes and tarts to toffees and chocolate. In short, all things that children love. You've probably guessed it by now, but the maple sap you harvested will be used to make sweets for children. Those poor souls who were orphaned by the calamity. They may put on a brave face, but their eyes reveal the depths of their sorrow. There's precious little joy left in their lives. But Granati hasn't, won't abandon them. No matter your walk of life, there is always something you can do to help. Though it may only last a fleeting moment, a single smile of theirs is worth all the effort. My apologies, I got carried away. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. In addition to maple sap, we botanists gather various other kinds of foodstuff. As such, we work quite closely with culinaries, those disciplines of the hand, who excel at cooking. We're also on good terms with woodworkers and weavers, as both are reliant upon us to supply the lumber and fiber they need for their respective crafts. As botanists, it behooves us to learn what manner of material are used in crafting, and there's no better way to do so than firsthand. If you have an interest, you might consider dabbling in one of the disciplines out there. I also urge you to make a habit of reviewing the gathering log. As your knowledge of botany grows, more of its contents will become comprehensible to you. Well, I'd best see to this maple sap. It was lovely talking to you. Same thing as that. Every 5 levels. So we already have both of these. We're actually wearing both of them already. So I just grab the pin pieces. Excuse me. Now, I don't remember if I got the thing or not for this. I think I did, actually. I think I did this one too. But because this one is going to give the scythe. The scythe is the offhand for the botanist. Ah, Lily, you couldn't have come at a more opportune time. I have a favor to ask of you. We have just received an urgent request from the Order of the Twin Adder. They ask that we supply them with 10 crow feathers as soon as possible. Crows often leave behind feathers where they perch, which can be used to make arms and armor. Requests for the items have been coming in with increasing regularity. The situation must be grim indeed. It would not do to keep the defenders of our nation waiting. I'd be most glad if you could help us fulfill this order. Crow feathers can be found in abundance in the area south of Gilbert Spire. Once you have procured 10, promptly deliver them to Cecilia. I've given her charge over our stores. My thanks in advance. You're helping us out again? My thanks, friend. In case you've forgotten, the crow feathers can be found in the area south of Gilbert Spire. Nah, I have them. Here you go. Ah, the crow feathers. You have my thanks. Doubtless you already know this from her, but it's the Order of Twin Adders that requested the feathers. If I heard it true, they're in the midst of preparing for war against the Ixal. The crow feathers are needed to make arms and armor, feather harpoons, plumed yew crooks, and the like. It's a fine feeling, being able to do our part to aid those men and women who defend our nation. But to need such a large stockpile of feathers, it gives me pause to imagine the bloodshed that lies ahead. Will the Twelveswood ever know true peace? 10 feathers do jack shit in building, I hate to tell you. That's not a big supply. I'd be worried if there's like 200. Oh, but there I go again with my wistful ramblings. Feel free to ignore me. Now, before I forget, she asked me to give you something on her behalf. A scythe. The scythe is what we call a secondary tool, used in your offhand. It allows you to harvest from lush vegetation, in addition to the mature trees you already know so well. That she has seen fit to make you this gift is proof positive of your progress. You're no longer a novice, my friend. I dare say you're ready to try your hand at fieldcraft levies. Perhaps even take on grand company work. But first, I recommend you head into the wood and find some lush vegetation to try that new scythe on. Off you go now. Come back when you're ready to take on another task for the guild. We don't have the boots, so we take the boots now. This. Now, it's time to get our other ones. So let's see, the first one, that's the Conjurer. The only one here is the Leather Worker. Go ahead and get the Leather Worker. We'll do the first one of each one, but we won't probably do beyond the first one. We'll see. See, the Easter event's gone, all the eggs are gone. Greetings and welcome to the Leather Workers Guild. Here we produce the finest leather goods, taking care to honor the lives which were sacrificed for their creation. Our leather armor is worn by the archers and lancers of this great nation, and favored by all who prefer that their protection does not come at a cost to mobility. If you wish to place an order, I bid you visit Ben Yil Fineries. If, on the other hand, you have a mind to join our guild, I should be happy to assist you. Might you be interested in becoming a leather worker? Nothing would make me happier than to welcome a new initiate into our ranks. However, it is essential that you first understand the burden that every leather worker must bear. As you cannot have failed to notice, the Twelvewood is blessed with an abundance of life. We Gridanians have long hunted the forest creatures for both nourishment and clothing. Gridania is unlike any other place. The elementals that watch over the Twelvewood have never looked kindly on the taking of life, and those who flout their governance do so at their own peril. The elementals decreed that life not be taken without due necessity, and so the Trappers' League was formed to regulate the hunting of animals. The Leather Workers Guild was subsequently founded to manage the fair and equitable distribution of pelts. Nowadays, adventurers are a major supplier of pelts, and leather goods have become widespread, but at times of the past, they were rare and precious. The Leather Workers Guild has not forgotten those times. We treat leather with no less respect than the living creatures whence it comes, and crafts goods of the highest quality. In doing so, we honor the lives lost and minimize the need for further killing, an oft-forgotten benefit of our product's surpassing durability. Our guild is also the sole producer of the famous Ben-Yil brand of leather goods, the pride of Gridonia. These products represent the ultimate expression of our core tenets and the transcendent technique which shaped them. Know, though, that being a guild member does not automatically make you a Ben-Yil artisan. You must earn the right to become one. For most of the leather workers here, having the fruit of their labors bear the Ben-Yil brand is yet a distant dream. That is life which awaits you. That is the life which awaits you should you choose the rocket path. Success will not be handed to you, but I guarantee that you will have the opportunity to seize it. So if you wish to make a name for yourself and craft goods which are the envy of all, you have come to the right place. Speak to me once more if you wish to learn more about the enrollment process. Have you decided to join? Yes. Very well, I invite you to speak with Guildmaster Jeva? I've never known. That's one thing I wish that these were voiced as well, so I could learn their names. Because, like, when I first started, I had no idea how to say Papa Limo, but the more I played Yostola, Oranje, and all them, like, I got, like, a better understanding through the actors saying their names. She's a brilliant artisan, personally responsible for the creation of countless finial products. You have doubtless heard her name before. Guildmaster's patterns are uniformly elegant, and with them, even novice craftsmen can cut their materials with minimal waste. It is for her to decide if you are fit to join us. She can be found in the work area within. Present yourself to her and do not waver in your determination. I'm gonna be a leather worker. You're gonna make me one. So you wish to become a leather worker. If you've spoken with Randall, then you've been told what it means to work with leather, the weight you must carry, the responsibility you must bear. Not just to the elementals, mind you, but also to the guild. Our craftsmanship is unrivaled, and each member is expected to live up to that reputation. Once you join, there is no turning back. If you dishonor us, I shall flay you myself and make a chocobo saddle from your hide. We swear to uphold our traditions and be the best leather worker you could be. Yes. Very well, you may learn our craft within these walls. Though you seem ill-equipped to do even that, I will give you a head knife to help you on the way, but the rest is up to you. Do not presume that your association with us means your work will bear the finial name. Until you prove yourself worthy, you will not be permitted to so much as touch a finial product, much less craft one. Now then, if we're to continue with your initiation, you'll need to put that knife in your hand first. Talk to me when you're ready to begin. Boom. That on just because that one doesn't matter to us because we don't have any put it there just because it's the only one we haven't used there. As you can see, these 8 are the other crafters. I like to keep them all on one page. I might reorganize where they're situated later. Anyway, I have it in my hand. Let's even look. I've never even looked. Okay. Take a weird looking at. It's manimal skin. Let's see, craftsmanship. So craftsmanship is the same as gathering, except for crafting, of course. And perception in gathering is the same as control for this. So you look for craftsmanship and control as a crafter, gathering and perception as a gathering or gatherer role. Anyway, except, well, you've passed the first test, gripping your knife by the handle and not the pointy end. Now it's time to see how well you can wield it. Make me a circle of leather. You'll need an animal skin to do so. Newcomers to our craft often imagine that they need to hunt in order to obtain their materials, but if you have the sense the gods gave a chocobo's arse, you'd realize that's hardly the case. Oskith, over by the... Excuse me, I'm losing my voice, apparently. Not a good sign for tomorrow's stream, or today's stream, actually. Sells... The buyer receptionist sells most of the items commonly used in our craft. However, she cannot supply you with earth shards. And that's it for my advice. The rest is up to you. Once you've made the circle of leather, bring it here, be inspected. I can't say I have great expectations for your work. Just see to it you do not waste good skins. Now, away with you. So they usually have this stuff, the most basic stuff. You can usually get here for pretty cheap. So if you just want to level a little bit up, but a lot of this stuff you can also just gather yourself. Or make. Like these yarns and stuff, and the lumber, you can make yourself if you gather the logs and like the... I don't remember what you gathered, the cotton balls? Or cotton bolls? No, spun from Moko grass fiber, it says right there. So Moko grass fiber makes these. But yeah, you can earn most of this stuff yourself. These rivets and ingots you can make with other crafting if you get the ore. Rivets, I believe, take a bronze ingot, so like you can level most of this stuff like that by yourself. And see here in the crafting log, this is what it takes for the shards. The shards you can get specifically by doing crafting stuff, but also like quests, but also just going out and gathering it with mining and stuff. You saw in the last one I gathered like 1 shard of each. I'm pretty sure. No, maybe some of them were off screen, but definitely some of them were on. Depending on what crafter you use, that's what shards they use. Like blacksmith tends to use fire, but armor use water, so on and so forth. And then down here they say the materials. Now, some materials can't be high quality, but if they can, you should do that, because then the quality starts higher. And I'll explain that in a second once we get to the next screen. This. Okay, so durability here goes down by 10 each time you do an action, unless you have certain skills, which we don't have them at the start. Progress is what completes it, and quality is the chance of it becoming high quality. See right here, it has a 1% chance to become high quality. Sadly, when you first start out, you don't have the abilities. As you see, I have some of them on my skills already. Like, so the synthesizing is the progress, touch is the quality. I won't explain all these skills in general, but when you start, we don't have any of these skills, so we can't upgrade the quality at all right now. Based on our craftsmanship skill, we will go up progress by 6 each time we use it. So, we use the one once, we have 6 out of 9. Now, if I had a quality skill, I could use 2 more, trying to boost the quality. But since I don't, we just have to make it. And just like in gathering, making one thing equates to more experience the first time. So if you really want to do it, you could go through and do like all of these, and you would level up more. It's kind of your own choice what you do with this. And your quest will always dictate if it's a high quality or not. It will have high quality, like HQ in parentheses around the item. So always pay attention to that, because if this says like circle of leather, parentheses, high quality, like HQ, they're trying to tell you, you need high quality to pass this, and they won't take a regular one. However, if it's regular and you make high quality, they will take the high quality, so. Isn't the leather ready yet? When you finished, bring it here to be inspected. The Oskith if you lack the necessary materials. Here you go. Ah, this is indeed leather. After a fashion. The work is amateurish in the extreme. The leather is unevenly tanned and practically unusable. But you show promise. Well, about as much promise as the leather you haphazardly crafted. Still, it is apparent that you paid due respect to the life from which it came. Had you performed any worse, I'd have cast you out without a second thought. But you didn't, so I won't. Approach each task in earnest as you did today, and I'll continue to advise you. However, you alone are responsible for your development. This is a business we're running, and neither I nor your seniors have time to hold your hand. Apply yourself to learning our technique, and return here when you have acquired some skills. Perhaps then I will have an errand for you to run. Again, every 5 levels. See, we got shards from that too. So you could very simply keep doing it, and you would level up pretty simply. Like, if you really want to just level up quickly, you could just buy a bunch of animal skin and make a bunch of leather, and it would still work. So it's completely up to your choice of what you do with it. But also, just to demonstrate, see, now that we have more craftsman skill and we're leveled up, we're at 9 progress, so only 1 click to make it. So the higher your crafting gear, the better you craft. Now, I know the other one is Carpenter. I think that's the only other one that's in. Let me see real quick. Limsa are both of these. Udal. Yeah, so these are the only 2 that are in Gradonia. Or Gradania. So let's go get the Carpenter one. Oh, and now... Oh! We have one show up here, and it's a star too, so it's gonna be a good one. We make it. Won't be high quality though, because we can't make high quality. We need to level up. Let's level up a little bit though. They would take more than just leather. Now we have to upgrade the quality. as such, we can get high quality leather. Now here's what I was demonstrating. So when you have high quality, you use the high quality materials, quality of the item starts based on how many high quality pieces. If you have every high quality item for the crafting materials, because some things obviously don't have high quality versions, it will be at half. So see, it's 50 out of 100 already. So that's really good. Let's do this. Yeah, we only have 9, so we need to do it 3 times. So do that, and then we'll do a little bit of this. Now we have the high quality version of it. So now we can turn that in. But let's go do our carpenter. Like I said, off screen I will probably do all of the preparation of getting the crafted items ready, leveling up crafting as well. Like I said, when you first start, doing this is about all you can do. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Carpenter's Guild. We're the artisans who take wood and grant it new form and purpose as the archer's bow, the lancer's spear, and the novice's shield. Carpentry holds any appeal. You should consider joining our guild. Might you be interested in learning the ways of woodworking? Yes. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, before we proceed, I think it only right that I acquaint you with our guild's storied past. Since the founding of Gridania, we have built our homes and crafted our weapons from the trees of the Twelveswood. As our nation grew, prospered, woodworkers' repertoire expanded to encompass a greater variety of articles, and carpentry developed into an art. At first, there was no association with carpenters. Each individual worked and sold his services independently. However, the advent of watermills meant that more efficient construction methods were needed, along with formalized maintenance regimens, all of which necessitated organization. The Carpenters Guild was founded to oversee the operation of watermills and promote cooperation between woodworkers. Now I must mention at this point that we owe much and more of our prosperity to the great loom growery. Thanks to the hardworking botanists, we are blessed with the finest lumber in all Eorzea. This confluence of ideal circumstances allows us to provide all manner of goods and services to the people of Gridania. My apologies, that was rather longer than I intended. Still, I trust you have gained a greater understanding of our guild. We expect our members to drink deep of the collected wisdom that the guild has amassed over the course of its history, actively seek an understanding of wood and the techniques required to work it, rather than simply waiting to be taught. We expect, in short, nothing less than total commitment to the craft. If you wish to start down this path, speak to me once more. I shall explain to you the enrollment process. See, these are always so fucking long-winded. I actually don't mind them, once, but especially in the case of, me, who have done this a few times. Like I said, I just click past this stuff. Would you like to learn more about the enrollment process? Let's see if we get more shards. Wonderful. If I should mention at this point that Timber Master Beaten? I always call him Beaten, but I can't imagine that's how you pronounce that. Assesses all would-be apprentices personally, so you'll need to obtain his approval before you begin. Timber Master can be a harsh and unforgiving man, but if you love the craft and have the will to learn, you should ask for no better tutor. He is, quite simply, the finest carpenter in Gredonia. Of course, it will take you some time and no small amount of effort to comprehend the full extent of his teachings. But you may rest assured that he will not lead you astray. That said, when you meet him, I would advise you to choose your words carefully and resist the urge to run away. So, for anyone that doesn't remember, these were actually the two you talked to when we were making the umbrellas for the Easter thing this year. Another green adventure comes to play with saws. Well then, I suggest you first speak with, oh, you've met with Progress, have you? That as well. But know that the decision to initiate you into the guild rests with me. Tell me, true adventurer, have you a mind to devote yourself to the art of carpentry? Yes. The look on your face bespeaks determination or mayhap trapped wind. Still, you look strong enough to hold the saw, and if your resolve is indeed genuine, I give you leave to remain, for the time being. However, you are useless to me in your current state. You are, as a seedling, some potential, perhaps, but no more like to thrive than perish. Experience is what you require, girl, and I shall give you that means to acquire it. Take the saw. It is old, yes, but sharp as needs be. Prove to me that you are completely incompetent. You are not completely incompetent by taking up your new tool. Once you have done so, present yourself to me for inspection. Boom. Yeah, perfect. And we'll put you... Okay. Good, you have proven that you know how to grip a saw, but do not take it for a mere tool, for it is a part of you, of your arm. And can you put down part of your arm? No. Mark me, then. If you do put it down, and worse, lose the bloody thing, I shall use my own saw to demonstrate to you the pain of losing a limb. Ah, but I jest. One-armed carpenters are scarcely half as useful in my experience. In any case, merely holding a saw does not make you a carpenter. Whatever some might think, you must become one with it. Learn to feel with it as you work the wood. To wit, you must first know the wood. Demonstrate your knowledge by bringing me a length of maple lumber. Maple lumber is made from maple log, just so. Our man Burrell by the entrance will furnish you with such logs for a nominal price. Of course, any fool knows that fresh-cut logs are laden with water. To guard against decay, we use wind shards to hasten the natural drying process. Do not forget to do the same. I only have one. They only bothered getting one. And to make any kind of log, you need 3. You can get a lot of this stuff. The crow feathers, I could have bought them here for the other mission. Same with obsidian, bone chips. Probably the most useful things to get are stuff like blood, because the blood drops from enemies, not like randomly from enemies, not from a like mining or anything, so you can't like guarantee it will drop for you. But anyway, where's the logs? And as you see, they're pretty cheap, so we'll get a stack. We should, yeah, because we're wearing the chest piece, we should be able to just straight up get it to and see, as you see, this would take leather, so on and so forth. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do here. Wonder if the clogs are what it is what you need. Okay. Oh, these are actually interesting. Yeah. These are actually like gear for quality and stuff. Getting a random control is not bad. I guess I could turn this in real quick too, because that'll give me experience. As I mentioned before, has the maple logs in stock, as well as many other materials you may require. Or if you are ready, show me what you have brought. Here you go. Yes, I feel it. The wood tells all. There were no careless cuts. Saw and carpenter moved as one, as if dancing. You see this grain? How it flows softly like syrup? Durable yet pliant, suitable for weapons and armor both. This, child, is maple. Trace the grain with your fingertips and memorize the lines. Consider every characteristic when choosing your materials. That is what it means to know the wood. The maple lumber you have brought me is acceptable. You have passed the first test. Yet for all it has grown, your knowledge is still lacking. You must needs learn more. A true carpenter knows the qualities and uses of every tree in the forest. When you know the lines of the maple better than those upon your own hand, return to me. I still have another test for you. Till then, child. Now we can do that. And now we should be able to... Oh, we could have tried to deal with the other one, but we can try this too. Okay, we had it up. I have them. That's mainly what I wanted. Let's also put the regular ones on, because that's more control for when we do other stuff, which isn't bad to start. Pretty simple. We are leveled up, so we could technically do the next part, but we won't mess with it yet. Because we've only done 2 out of the 8, correct? Yeah, we only did 2 of the 8. Let's do Limsa last, just from the pure fact that Limsa Lominsa is our other teleportation, and it's also where we'll turn in the items. So let's go get the other ones from Udal first. Let's go Alchemist. The Alchemist is all by itself up here. What's the quest over here? Oh, we have to talk to him about the beauty person anyway. Ah, an adventurer. One of my favorite kinds of people. I find your unquenchable thirst for exploration neatly complements the burning hunger for like a city that marks our dedicated members. Welcome to Alchemist Guild. Though I hesitate to define alchemy in such narrow terms, our main field of expertise is the concoction of various potions and elixirs. There are salves to treat all manners of afflictions, not to mention miraculous libations that enhance the imbiber beyond her natural physical limit. What the fuck is... I don't know how to say that. I'm not sure. I've definitely never seen that spelled. I've heard it before. As an adventurer, I am sure you can appreciate the eminently practical applications of our work. Say you, madam, care to take up mortar and pestle and join our ranks? Yes. Wonderful. Now then, allow me to give you a brief history of the guild before we tackle the official paperwork. Though alchemists are presently known as the quintessential brewers of potions, the profession itself arose from the desire to achieve an as yet unrealized ambition. The original driving purpose behind our art was, and perhaps still is, the discovery of a process that can transform base metals into gold or silver, and the mystical medium thought necessary to effect such a transformation is the Philosopher's Stone, which is itself believed to have Phoenician properties and be capable of bestowing eternal life. Though success yet eludes us, years of endless experimentation towards this golden goal had the initially unintentional consequence of unearthing a wealth of knowledge in the field of chemical medicine. Regretfully, alchemy's potential to enrich the lives of the masses was first met with a wave of distrust, as if our ability to create helpful compounds was akin to dabbling in back-alley witchcraft. The profession eventually gained credibility in Uldal through its integration into traditional medicine by Frondale's Frontistry, an institution known for producing respected physicians. Once the city's shift in perception became known, budding alchemists wishing to study without fear of persecution journeyed to Udal from every corner of the realm. It was not long before this gathering of inquisitive minds banded together to form the Alchemist Guild. Thus, while our organization is intensely focused on perfecting and sharing the fruits of our research, it is also of paramount importance that we uphold the reputation of alchemy itself as a legitimate discipline. If you would revel in the secrets of our art, then you must be prepared to shoulder the responsibility I have described. Take a moment to dwell on these words before you truly enter the world of alchemy. Enter. Have you arrived at a decision? Are you ready to Exalt in the art. Exalt in the arts of alchemy and commit to the responsibilities that your enrollment entails. Excellent. Then allow me to direct you to our guildmaster. Gaining his approval is the last test you must pass before becoming a full member of the guild. You'll find the guildmaster Severian tending to his experiments at his personal workbench. I must warn you, he is a rather intense individual. Pray choose your words with care. Bitch, I want to be an alchemist. What? What is it this time? Ah, you must be the merchant lackey. Come to bring me my imp wings. Let's have them then. Not a lackey. An aspiring alchemist, did you say? Speak up and pray that I heard you... Right? Yes, I am an aspiring alchemist. Did that babbling fool nature send you to me? I specifically requested that I be disturbed for nothing less than the coming of a second calamity. Do I appear as a kindly mentor to you? My research demands my absolute and undivided attention. Now be gone before I'm forced to... Oh wait, perhaps I can... Yes. You may be the very assistant I require. I have had a change of heart. Congratulations, I approve your application to the guild. It is with great pleasure that I welcome a fellow seeker of knowledge into the fold. We can dispense with the interminable initiation ceremony, yes? Here's your first alembic. Alembic? Alembic? I'm not sure how you always say that, but try not to drop it, for there's much work to be done. Yes, much work. You come on behest of hairdresser, dude. Why, I just furnished him with a fresh batch of my special creations last week. I realize the man's services are in demand, but it would be physically impossible for him to exhaust the entire supply so soon. Stolen, you say? An unfortunate turn of events indeed, if not entirely unexpected. See, the man is something of a genius, and a genius is often misunderstood by modest minds. Trust me, as I speak from extensive personal experience. Yes, great minds must band together in trying times, lest the realm be deprived of our talents. So I command you, deliver this parcel to him with all speed. And... boom. Is that... no one? We shall put you here. Gimme. Ah, I see you've managed to take hold of the limit without injuring yourself. Thank you. Thought I was gonna immediately injure myself? Gee. Let us see if we can continue this trend of unexpected success. For your first lesson, I want you to use your weathered lembic there and make me a bottle of distilled water. Distilled water is simply the end result of purifying a murky sample of life's most vital element. As such, it provides the perfect introduction to one of alchemy's most fundamental processes, taking a material and refining it into a purer form. To perform this rudimentary exercise, you shall require a pail of muddy water and a water shard. The impure water can be purchased from the supplier standing near the entrance to the guild. The name momentarily escapes me. Minute? Yes, that was it. If it happens that you find this basic task beyond your abilities, then mayhap alchemy is not the discipline for you. Which would be quite upsetting, as I detest the thought of having to select a new assistant. Try not to disappoint me. I need muddy water. Give me that muddy water. We'll go turn it in real quick before we continue. Magnificent. Your transformation into an alchemist has begun. Do you understand the liquid treasure you have made? Yes, it is simply water, but now possessed of almost limitless potential. In a properly distilled state, water provides the basic ingredient for all manner of wondrous concoctions. On the other hand, a potion created with impure water is not only unlikely to have the desired effect, it may very well poison. Imbiber? I don't know how to say that. I guess it's the consumer kind of thing. Whoever consumes the potion. Look well upon the substance you have refined. See how crystal clear it has become. Not the most flavorful of libations, but still refreshing to pour over one's head on a stifling summer afternoon. Tell me, how did you feel in the instance of its purification? Such a fine result must have sent thrills of excitement satisfying down your spine, yes? I know that well, that sensation. To glean a pristine drop from filthy swill, it is a miracle born of mortal artifice? Now, nothing can compare to that rush of triumph in the moment. But when physical law bend to one's will, nothing. The greater your mastery of alchemy, the more aesthetic that feeling becomes. Go, fill your chambers with bottles of distilled water and revel in each success. I return now to my experiments. When next you disturb me, I shall expect your skills to be worthy of a guildmaster's chosen assistant. I apparently can't jump over that. Let's see, what is it that I need for alchemy? A maple wand is what we need for alchemy. And how do we make a maple wand? With a maple branch and the growth formula. How do we get the growth formula? Silver. We need cinnabar and rock salt. We can also get these, you know? Or and these. Because if we fail one. Get a little bit above. Let's level up so we have our basic touch. Perfect, perfect. Guaranteed a high quality. And then use the high quality there. It's only 9, so you have to do 1 extra. You only got 2. That was plenty. And then here. So just 9s, 18, then we're good there, so. I have the maple wand ready. Okay. Next. Let's do Weaver. Oh, we have Goldsmith. The armor, blacksmith, and culinary is in Limsa, so once we do Weaver and then Goldsmith, we can jump again to Limsa, and then we'll have just the last one to get. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the wellspring of Udal fashion. From humble thread, our peerless artisans weave wonders, dreams in fabric form. We are renowned as Eorzean finest purveyors of quality textiles, and as her foremost arbiters of style. Needless to say, such renown was not won without effort. Ours is a tremendously demanding profession, you see, but also a highly rewarding one. It is little wonder that so many adventurers have set their hearts upon joining us. Might you be one of them? Yes. Ha, I thought as much. Then I'm sure you're eager to learn all about our illustrious history. Not really, but go ahead. As I'm sure you know, Thanalan can be a perilous place, its vast deserts being wont to punish the unprepared, while mangery of ferocious beasts stalk the sands. The greatest foe is, of course, the midday sun. And so, ever since man set foot in this region, he has favored light, flowing fabrics that shield him from the sun's rays, which allowing his skin to breathe. Of course, Dalians have ever been a people of taste, and demand for more extravagant design spurred innovation, resulting in textile goods whose appeal extended far beyond our borders. Merchants have little trouble selling Udalan fabrics in foreign markets. So great was the reputation for beauty and quality. And when traders from those same markets sought to peddle their lesser products in Thanalan, well, it gave us little cause for concern. Sunsilk tapestries is synonymous with the textile trade in Udal, you see. Those who come here hoping to peddle cheap rags swiftly learn the price of doing business in our territory. Wiser men and women with an interest in our trade choose instead to join the guild, which the company generously operates for the betterment of Udal society. We offer our members the tools and techniques needed to become successful. And should they prove themselves especially skilled, they may even be offered direct employment as sunsilk weavers. Just imagine, adventurer, your designs could one day dictate the course of Udal fashion. If you desire such... Give me a second. I'm already getting, like, pings about happy birthday. It's past midnight my time, so... If you desire such fame and influence, then you might be granted a place with us, provided that you are willing to embrace hard work. To ensure candidates can endure the rigors of our profession, our guildmaster has taken it upon themselves to evaluate each one personally. When you are ready to submit yourself to his vigorous scrutiny, say the word. Yes. Are you ready to meet the guildmaster? First impressions are everything, and you do not want to present yourself poorly. Excellent. Though I do wonder if your attire is appropriate for the occasion. You will find the esteemed Redolent Rose supervising guild operations over yonder. He is, how shall I put this? He is relentless in his pursuit of excellence. So long as you demonstrate that you are similarly committed, he will treat you fairly and with respect. I'm standing on the railing, and I'm still shorter than him. What do we have here? Another adventure in search of thrills and excitement? Shall I dance you a merry jig? No. Well, if this fails to please you, I suggest you run along. Perhaps the women of Ruby Road Exchange will be more to your liking. Oh, so you mean to become a weaver? Then we have something to discuss after all. I shall be blunt. Weaving is an art, and like all true artists, we must make sacrifices and suffer for our craft. So tell me, adventurer, are you prepared to suffer? Sure. So you say, but only time will tell. I play Souls games, I suffer. In any case, you'll need equipment to get started. This needle should suffice for now. I need not explain what a needle is, I trust. Good. Then hold it as you would when sewing, and show me you're ready to begin. Weaver. Now the question is, did we already have... We did. 9, 10, 11, 12. So if we get the next ones, they'll all be in order there. So we won't have to move them anywhere. They'll just fill out. They'll just fill out themselves. What's my objective? Mocha grass. Well, you look like you were born to hold one of those. Even so, I suggest you keep it somewhere safe, especially when clambering over haystacks, as I shan't be issuing you another. Now you certainly look that part, but it remains to be seen if you can play it. I bid you craft me a spindle of hempen yarn. A trifling task, yes? Well, I do hope you find it so. Should it seem even remotely testing, you have no future at this guild. To make hempen yarn, you will require moko grass and lightning shards. The former can be purchased from our own dear Jijima. The latter you will have to find yourself. That is all. Hello. I want the grass. I also get some cotton bolls. I know I need them eventually. Boom. Here, dude. I did it. Provided the monkey. Yeah, I already have one. Well, bless my soul, she can follow basic instructions. It would seem you have grasped the fundamentals. Good girl. Yarn and cloth may be mere materials, but they must be crafted with no less care than a whole garment. For though the finest garments are greater than the sum of their parts are invariably the finest. You remember this, Lily, as you continue your training. Practice making yarn and other simple items in return once you have attained a basic level of proficiency. Tedious, I grant you, but necessary, and you did tell me you were ready to suffer. I did indeed tell him I was ready to suffer. Okay, what do I need for... Hempen underpants. Yeah, see, we can make the shirt too if we want. You don't have to buy it from that other place if you don't want to like mess with it. Okay, so hempen yarn is how we make these. Make a few of these. Get a couple spindles going. High quality now. Takes 2, so. Some high quality of these again. Make our lives easier when we make the other stuff. Yeah, this is why I'm not gonna show the grinding of like the leveling and stuff, because it's nothing big. But it doesn't matter what crafter I'm doing. This is exactly what I'll be doing the entire time. So like, there's no point in doing, you know. Yeah, this is literally all the crafting. They use the same type of skills, they just use different materials and shards, and have different outcomes of what they can make, you know? have a little bit more control. Because high quality items always have a little bit more. As you see, these have 7. This one has 8. It's a little bit higher. Let's go get the goldsmith, and then we will head on to Limsa. Slowly but surely, we're gathering them all. Good evening to you, adventurer, and welcome to the Goldsmith Guild. Have you come to observe our artisans at work? Indeed, it is a marvel to watch goldsmiths transform raw metals and uncut gemstones into sparkling rings, earrings, and necklaces, some of which possess magical properties, no less. You know, if you'd like to try your hand at goldsmithing, the guild is open to adventurers like yourself. No prior experience is required. Or we teach all you need to know about the craft. Would you be interested? Yes. It pleases me greatly to hear you say so. As the first step, I would have you understand the purpose of our guild. The vast mineral resources of Thanalan have given rise to a grand goldsmithing tradition, which has been refined through the ages. Our techniques are renowned across the realm, our creations held in the highest regard. However, we of the lapidaries, I'm not sure, primer source for adult jewelry, were not content to rest on our laurels. Seeking to advance our craft, we turned our eyes to the east, the only place in the known world whose goldsmithing was said to rival our own. We built the finest facilities to beckon their masters hither, and blended their foreign techniques with ours. Our guild quickly became the center of Eorzean goldsmithing. You will... Oh wait, I missed the line. Here you shall benefit from the refined wisdom of countless veteran craftsmen. You will learn to see the potential in your materials and shape them to your will. These are essential skills for a goldsmith. For a goldsmith must hone his eyes to identify and appraise all manners of material, and, when needs be, recognize the imitations for what they are. It is even said that a master goldsmith can ascertain the authenticity of a man himself. You may one day come to possess such vision. But even the most magnificent jewel begins life as a rough hewn stone. It must first be cut and polished before it can delight the eyes with its brilliance. If you'd become a goldsmith, you must needs refine yourself as you would a gemstone. It will take much time and effort, and there's no guarantee of success. Should you be certain that this is the life you seek, speak to me once more. Yes. Before you can embark on your journey to become a goldsmith, you must first seek an audience with our guildmaster. Are you ready to do so? You shall find Mistress Serendipity on the workshop floor, just down the steps. Show her your burning desire to learn, and you are certain to receive her permission to join. Ha! I want to be a goldsmith. Stop right there, you little troublemaker. People are working here. Oh, pardon me. I had you mistaken for a mammoth. For a moment there, Let's start over, shall we? What brings you here today, adventurer? Do you perchance have aspirations to become a goldsmith? I wonder if that's only because I'm a Lalafell. I don't remember her introduction. Does she think we're a mammoth if we're not, like, a taller? Because a mammoth's, like, small. I'll have to look at that when I join the goldsmith on my other alts. Really? That's great. Welcome. I'm Serendipity, but you can call me Sarah. Or is that too informal? Sorry, I'm still unaccustomed to this whole guildmaster business. Alright, what'd you say your name was again? Adrian? Alright, Lily Lovecraft. Well then, Lily Lovecraft, how... Adrian. Yeah, it's close. Work hard, and one day your creations may line the shelves. Aesthetics. Trust in yourself, and you can achieve anything. That was sufficiently inspiring, I trust. Good. Next order of business, here's your new chasing hammer. Well, I say new, but it's actually a bit weathered. But never you mind that. Just show me that you know how to hold it, so you can get started. Goldsmith unlocked. Do. Boom. Goldsmith. Copper ore. Great. Let's get started. Though to be honest, I'd swear you've done this before by the way you wear that hammer on your hip. Mind you, even if you do have some experience, a responsible guildmaster must ensure that her charges have a firm grasp of the fundamentals. Therefore, I command you to craft me a copper ingot. It's simple, really. All you need is a copper ore and a wind shard. Our guild supplier, Astian, can supply you with a copper ore. And I gave you a few wind shards along with your hammer, at least. I think I did. If it turns out you don't have any, you'll need to get some yourself. Isn't this exciting, Lily? Your first real challenge as a member of the Goldsmiths Guild. Show me the ingot when you've done. Good luck! Do I still have copper? I do have a little bit of copper left. Oh, did you forget what materials you need? Astian over there can sell you copper ore, but I'm afraid he doesn't stock wind shards. Don't think too hard. Lily, just give it a try and see what happens. Here's an ingot. You know, I think this is quite... utter garbage. The worst. Not even fit for making a chamber pot. Quiet, Gigi. I'm the guildmaster. I get to decide what's fit for a chamber pot. Please excuse me. He's a bit overzealous at times. Gigi is my assistant. He has a habit of butting in with his opinions. Most mammoths are rather simple, capable of no more than rudimentary speech. They can be relied upon for menial tasks, but little else. Gigi, on the other hand, is quite intelligent and quite stubborn, I might add. I suspect that's due to his age. He's been with the guild for an eternity, ever attending each guildmaster, but recently he's been coming and going as he pleases. Gigi, kneel before Gigi, the one true guildmaster. Respect my authority, ignorant mortal, or suffer my wrath. It's like this every day, Lily. I'm afraid the experience he's accumulated over a century of assisting guildmasters has made him arrogant. It's quite intimidating, really. I may be the guildmaster, but he's like a walking, talking archive of all knowledge to do with our craft. Oh, I completely forgot about your ingot. Sorry. As I was about to say, I think this is very, very good for a beginner. It's reasonably pure and well-formed. I dare say you've got a knack for this, Lily. What you need now is practice. So keep practicing with your hammer. And come back here when you've gotten more comfortable using it. Bugger off, greenhorn. GG is something. I'm not sure what that something is, but it is something. Bone Cora. Okay, so what do I need for that? Animal sinew. already have the chips, so. That's something that drops from enemies only. Let's level up so I can get touch. Touch. This. 9. Need to get 3 of these. You can put 3 into here and hope it becomes high quality if we don't make it to 100%. Ah, we did. Perfect. Okay, good to go here. So now we only have glimpses. Yes. Get to Limsa. While we're at it, we'll first turn in all of these and demonstrate what I was talking about. Limsa is always so damn fat. It's like the party city-state. I feel like the only reason Udal isn't is because it's more split up. Because Gridvania has quite a few people usually too. So as you see, when it has a star, like I said, you also can see what qualities I have in my, or quantities I have in my inventory, including qualities, because that symbol there is the high quality symbol. This. See what I mean? It gives, when it's high quality as a crafted item, you get not only double because it's the star, but you get double the experience and things. So it's really good to do the star ones every day if you want to make sure you give the right one, because if you give low quality, you won't get double. Oh wait, we didn't do the close bit. We have one more gathering, we just never did it. And that gave me 2 levels for botany. You see, I already got like 2,000. Seals just from doing this kind of stuff repeatedly. Okay, let's get culinary next. I'll also probably clean out my inventory before next video. Oh wait, we don't talk to the guildmaster first. I've been doing how many of these now? And I still went the wrong way? Anyway, I beg your pardons, good madam, but this is the Culinary Guild. If you are here to dine at the Bismarck, one of our waiters will be along shortly to show you to your... Oh, you're not a patron? Might I assume then that you wish to become a culinarian? If so, I wholeheartedly recommend you join the Culinary Guild, where one may learn the culinary arts under the finest chefs in all the realm. What say you? Yes. Wonderful. Then without further ado, I shall acquaint you with the history of our guild. As you are doubtless aware, Limpsalominsa has long been the gastronomic capital of Eorzea. The city's rich culinary tradition is the product of a unique combination of factors. The first is our proximity to the fertile lands and plentiful seas of Vilbrand, which have ever yielded bounteous produce. The second is our standing as the realm's foremost trading port, which grants us access not only to the exotic ingredients from faraway shores, but also to foreign merchants versed in their use. We are, in short, the beneficiaries of culinary knowledge from every corner of the world. Until recently, knowledge of this kind was passed on solely through word of mouth, and was therefore susceptible to corruption and loss. But that all changed when one man made it his mission to catalog every recipe of note. His name was another Admiral, also known as Masked Cleaver. Masked Cleaver, I can say. That name, I don't know. The man's love of fine cuisine was such that, at sea, he would regularly spend as much time preparing meals in the galley as giving commands on the bridge. It was none other than he who founded the Culinarians Guild and codified cooking methodology. Today, the guild carries on his legacy, though the scope of our endeavors has expanded significantly. Not content with simply preserving existing recipes, we labor tirelessly to devise wholly novel culinary creations with which to delight the senses. To this end, our doors are open to folk from all walks of life, including adventurers such as your good self. One may liken our guild to a great pot of stew, each member to an ingredient imparting a unique flavor. As with every dish, however, adding ingredients willy-nilly is certain to spoil the taste. Before you may take your place in the pot, you must be deemed a worthwhile addition to the guildmaster Langseth, a man whose passion for curry burns hotter than any oven. Before troubling him, I must warn you that ours is a truly sweltering kitchen. As such, you would be well advised to ask yourself, can I stand the heat? If you earnestly believe that you can, speak to me once more, and I shall be glad to guide you through the enrollment process. This video is like a mouthful because none of this is voiced. So have you the resolve to walk the path of culinarian? Yeah, give me the pan. Wonderful. Then you must speak to the guildmaster at once. So come to it as no surprise, but he is the finest chef in Limsalomensa. His skill and dedication are second to none. You'll find the guildmaster up the stairs yonder, keeping a watchful eye on his charges. Impress upon him your desire to learn, and he will surely find a place for you in his stew, by which I mean the guild. Well met, adventurer. I take it ye want to join our guild. Let's have a look at ye, then. Bah! What's an underfed whelp like you know about cooking? Judging by them scrawny arms of yours, you'd struggle to lift a spoon, never mind a skittle. I jest. It don't take muscle to be a culinarian. Else, it don't even take talent, at least not on its own. No, last. More than anything else. Becoming a good cook boils down to passion. If you got that, there ain't nothing you can't achieve. So tell me, have you got it? I have the passion to eat food, and I mean make food. That's the spirit. Aye, your passion for the culinary arts is plain to see. And you'll be needing every bit of it if you want to become a master culinarian. Why, if mastery was a 12-course dinner, I'd hardly have finished the soup. Make no mistake, our trade's as tough as old mutton, and passion's the only thing what gets us through the gristly bit. But enough talk. What do you call yourself? Well then, Lily, welcome to the guild. To mark the occasion, I present you with your very own skillet. Ain't much to look at, but it'll more than serve a novice like yourself. Now then, let's see whether ye can tell which end's which. Aye aye, I know I said you'd struggle to lift a spoon, but you've won me over. Now show me you can hold a skillet, and I'll get ye started on your first task. I feel like this guy next to me with his hands on his hips is like judging everybody over here. Where's the skillet? There's the skillet. Now we have a culinarian. Rock salt. I see you're holding the skillet the right way round. Good. A culinarian lives and dies by his utensils. Get that into your head before you do aught else, or your food'll look like shite and taste worse. Now let's see what you can do. For starters, I want you to make me maple syrup using your skillet. Recipe's as simple as they come. You only need two things, maple sap and a fire shard. Jesse sells sap over at the guild counter. Now time's a wasting, so get to work. If it don't pay to keep folk waiting in our trade. Do I already have sap? Because, yeah, I do. Boom, bitch. Already made. What in the 7 L's are you waiting for? I told you to make me maple syrup, didn't I? You did, bitch. Maple syrup's ready, is it? About bloody time. Let's see how it tastes then. Part poison, sorry. Oh, this ain't bad. The flavor's alright. Consistency's nearly there. In short, a damn sight better than a lot of novices manage. As you probably know, maple syrup's one of the most popular sweeteners around, and a key ingredient in all manner of cakes and treats. What you probably didn't know is that boiling that stuff down gets you maple sugar, a different sweetener with different uses. This goes to show, even the simplest ingredient can have hidden complexities. I said earlier that a culinary lives and dies by his utensils. Well, that's just the half of it. He also needs to know his ingredients, and that's something as only comes with experience. Keep your nose to the stove and report back when you're ripe for another task. Oh, also, what am I needing? boiled egg. I think, yeah. That stuff we can get here, I believe. Chicken egg. And I forget if mineral water, I think. Is it mineral water that we can? Not sure. Oops. I forget if we can mine that. There's some water we can mine. We can. It's not at the current level, so I don't think we can. This should have taken us to it. Boom. Got the boiled egg now. Now, I guess I might as well turn in the eggs too while we're here. So usually with like alchemists and food stuff, I think food stuff too, they require more, but they usually make that many. Like it requires 3, but as you see, each time I tried it, I made 3, so like it's not a, you get what you need. Not a big deal. Also, while I'm here, can I get a promotion? Yes. In the name of the Admiral, I hereby appoint you to the rank of Storm Private 2nd Class. May you serve the best interests of Limsa Lominsa till sea swallows all. You are currently the Storm Private 2nd Class. To qualify, you must fulfill the following requirements. So I need 3,000 seals. Some of them requires you to do these like missions that pop up. Other ones require you to do the hunting log with it. All of which I'll probably do off screen. Well, not the dungeon stuff, but... Oh wait, you don't have this. Oh yeah, we have the beauty one to finish up too over there. So down here is actually both the blacksmith and the armorer. They both were in this area over here. There's the one guild master and the other guild master is out here. See? Her. Him. Yeah. Let's do... I don't remember which is which, so let's just do whatever one we grab here first. This is the arm of the guild, apparently. Sound a hammer and brings you in from the street. Did it last? It's well that you find the thing inviting. For the Armorer's Guild is not a place for quiet revere. If the clangor o metal, a striking metal, is music to your ears, mayhap you've the spirit of a shipwright. Are you of a mind to join our guild? Take it from me, lass, there's no greater joy than working a shapeless lump of iron into a shining breastplate with your own hands. What say you, then? Do you wish to join the Armorer's Guild? Yes. Well said, lass. Now, we should cover a bit of guild history before forging ahead with the formalities. The armorer's craft is an offshoot of blacksmithing. Time was when armorers and smithies were one and the same. But as the years trickled by, the techniques for working sheet metal into armor plates became a specialized trade, and the smithies who showed uncommon skill and passion for this trade earned themselves the title of armorer. Now, as you can probably imagine, the skills necessary for making armor are also needed for shipbuilding, but building ships is a bit harder than knocking out simple helmets, which led those armorers who were good enough to work on boats to claim the title of shipwright. Of course, it was one thing calling armorers blacksmiths and shipwrights armorers, but it was quite another calling shipwrights blacksmiths, because building a ship and making a hatchet couldn't be more different. It seemed as though a line needed drawing, and seeing as how Limsa Lominsa was built on the strength of her navy, you can imagine why the armorers chose to cut their ties with the smithies and establish a guild of their own. As the smithies, well, the whole notion of an independent armorers guild never did sit well with them. And there's been a fair old rivalry between our two factions ever since, always trying to outdo each other. We are, which is why we're ever on the lookout for new talent to help us keep the smithy bastards in their place. All you need to do is impress the Forge Master, and we can start you on your training. Be warned, Forge Master Panazanza's tongue could strip the scales off a fishback at 40 paces. Saying that, you won't find a fairer mistress in this side of the Strait of Murthor. Let me know when you've mustered the courage to speak with her, and I'll see to the rest. Your mind is made up? You ready to throw your lot in with us armorers? Then it's time you made yourself known to the Forge Master. That's no empty title, by the way. She's a renowned shipwright and one of the finest crafters in Limsa Lominsa. Head outside and you'll find her blistering the skins of our newest initiates. Another aspiring armorer, are you? Welcome. I am Hinanza. No. Forge Master of this guild. I take it Nako has explained to you the history and nature of our craft. Good. I have little to add on that front, save this. The life of an armorer is not an easy one. Day after day you will pit the flesh and blood against iron and flame, and without a passion for the forge, you will fail. But passion alone will not make an armorer of you. To truly master this craft, you must be possessed of a will as unyielding as the metals you work. Knowing what lies before you, have you the fortitude to persevere? I do. About time you turned towards me. Ha! I see you have no fear of hard work. That is well. Consider your request to join the guild approved. But if you ever give me aught less than your best, you will be out the door before you realize my boot has connected with your backside. Are we clear on that? Good. Now that we understand each other, let us begin with the basic. What is your name? Lily. Very well, Lily. This tool is called a doming hammer. Here, grip it firmly. Note its weight. Somebody has a little airship as their minion. Let me know when you feel comfortable with it in your hand. I'll tell you if you're holding it properly. Boom. Hello. Am I holding it properly? Ah, yes. If I didn't know better, I'd think you were an armorer, Lily. Of course, I do know better. Till you craft something with that hammer of yours, you'll look like a babe with a rattle to me. And I have no intention of mothering you. Make no mistake, I mean to shape you into an artisan. However hard I have to pound. Save your sweat for the forge, lass. I don't expect you to fashion full suits of plate on your first day. Just pay close attention to my instructions and be diligent in your work, and the skill will come in due time. Now let's be about your first lesson, shall we? I want you to take up your hammer and make me a bronze ingot. A mundane task, I grant you, but one which every armorer must master. Bronze, you see, is the most basic material of the craft, and bronze ingots are its building block. 'Tis not the strongest of alloys, of course, but it is that very quality that makes bronze so easy to shape, and the metal of choice for a novice armorer. To forge your ingot, you'll need to procure 2 chunks of copper ore, a chunk of tin ore, and an ice shard. The ore can be purchased from here at the guild. The ice shard you'll have to find on your own. Well, are you waiting for me to swing your arm for you? Or mayhap you would have me swing my boot? Okay, I don't have any tin ore. Need some tin ore. When I first started this, I didn't bother going and do this, but like time-wise, it just turned out to be so much easier just to do it here. Here, have my ingot. Almost full on our inventory. We're gonna have to sort it out and get our retainer set up and stuff. Completed your first task, have you? Well then, let's have a look at this ingot. So this is the sort of quality I can expect from you, is it? For a novice armorer, this is excellent work. Excellent. Well done, Lily. The key to making good armor is judging the ratio of copper to tin. With too much tin, the alloy becomes harder, but also more brittle. Not the sort of material you want protecting your vital organs. Lest you forget, quality is a matter of life and death in our craft. That is why we teach our initiates the ideal metallurgic composition of every item we forge. Not that all are quick to learn. There are some who seem destined to produce mediocre results, however painstakingly the processes are explained. Thank the builder you are not one of them. I am pleased to say that your ingot would fetch a decent price in the markets. Do not let this first success make you complacent. A single bad helm will lose you more trust than 100 good ones will win, because bad armor means dead men. It is not good enough that your work be good. It must needs be consistently good. And achieving that consistency requires discipline and long hours of crafting the same item over and over again and again. For you, this means a mountain of bronze ingots. Bronze ingots in your dreams. Bronze ingots until the process is so engraved that you wake up and find that your pillow is an ingot you made in your sleep. When you feel you have learned all that you can from forging bronze ingots, seek me out, and I will find you something else to craft. May the builder guide your hand, Lily. What do I need? For you, a bronze element. What do we need for that? Bronze plate and bronze rivets, which is just ingots. One of each? Okay. So I need 3 ingots made. I need to be good ingots too. also move all of our glamour related items from collectors over here so we don't mix them up with something. And that gives us enough inventory to keep working here. Yes, yes, yes. I know all about high quality. Need 3 high quality bronze ingots. Well, we don't need that many, but that's going to be the better choice for what we're doing here. Actually, let's use the basic one and see if we can get, with luck, hey, we did it with a regular one. Okay, now we can do the high quality one. This one. As you see, you can make the equipment. Like this is alchemy, a level 8. And the thing, let's see. So this is the difference between high quality and normal. There's an extra 4 craftsmanship and an extra 2 control. So it is better to do high quality if you're gonna actually use the gear yourself. Also, like I said, if you're using it for the daily things, you should probably still do high quality just because it's better reward. But, you know. Okay. That is done. Unless you're blind and deaf, I presume you've wandered into our forge of your own accord, drawn by the siren song of our smithy's hammers, no doubt. In these here hollowed halls, Limsa's finest pound metal into all manner of tools and weapons. When I say Limsa's, I mean the whole bloody realms. Make no mistake, you need more than a big arm to join our ranks. But if you got iron in your veins and the builder's blessing, speak up. Yes. You're not short on competence, but do ye truly know what you're getting yourself into, lass? Ours is a trade born of blood and brine. For as long as pirates have sailed the Lacano, smithies have forged their weapons and fitted out their ships from keel to cannon. Of course, till sea swallows all ain't just an idle saying. Brine'll eat through even the stoutest iron given time, and our forebears long struggled to forge more rust-resistant alloys. Lucky for us, the smithies of Eld were a determined bunch and clever too, so when they learned that the kobolds knew something of advanced metallurgy, the smithies set out to make it their own. Thanks to the kobolds' wisdom, which they generously gifted us with only the merest hint of pirately prompting, the Mincian smithing came on leaps and bounds. 'Twasn't long before the Gridonians and the Odolans started eyeing our knowledge like we did the kobolds, though, and so, some 150-odd years ago, 2 particularly forward-thinking men named Your Nel Neldick Nel Nelquick. I don't know how to say that name. And Bryce Vimeli, again, probably butchered that as well, had the bright idea of establishing a respectable business. Being fair-minded fellows, they'd sell their wares to anyone who had the coin, pirates and foreigners included. And when the folks weren't inclined to pay, they made sure to remind them that we hadn't completely forsaken our pirate ways. Times have changed, though, and we're a wee bit more willing to share our wisdom these days. The company's been running the blacksmiths and armorers guilds for years now, welcoming any soul with the necessary talent and will to work. As to whether you've got enough of either, well, that's for the Ford Master to decide. Speak to me when you're ready to present yourself to him. So what'll it be? Reckon you've got what it takes to train with the best goddamn blacksmiths in the realm? Ha! That's the spirit. If you'd taken any longer to decide, I'd have told ye to bugger off no matter what ye said. And have half-assed adventurers wasting Forge Master Thale's precious time, see? He's got a lot of irons in the fire. That's why me and the other lads make a point of keeping idlers, imbeciles, and the otherwise unqualified from getting in his way. Anyway, it's time you went and paid your respects to the man. He's the one over yonder, making a face like he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. Are you carrying the weight on your shoulders, sir? About time Randolph sent me a new recruit. It's been too long. I'm Brithael, Forge Master of the Blacksmith Guild. If you're aiming to become a smithy worth the name, it would be my great pleasure to educate ye on the finer points of the craft. Oh, the rest of these sour-faced bastards'll tell ye it's hard, grueling work, fit only for the best and the brightest. But I say put a hammer in the hands of the willing and see what happens. What do you say then, lass? Will you swing a hammer for your old Brithael? Swing a hammer for him. Haha, I knew I liked you the moment I set eyes on you. What did you say your name was again? Lily Lovecraft. A name fit for a hero if I ever heard one. In fact, I reckon I did hear it in a bard's song once. Or was it that poor sod cursing in his cups at the wench? Bah, don't matter if it was saving the world or cuckolding your husband. What the? I apparently have forgotten what some of these dialogues they have. Jesus. That was not what I was expecting him to say. 'Tis time to forge yourself a new reputation. Pound out a new legend, and ye can trust old Bethel to help ye do it. Like, seriously, I was not expecting that dialogue. But there I go, putting the cart before the chocobo. Here, lass, take this Crespin hammer. A smithy without a hammer is like me without a drink. Bloody useless. Well, don't just stand there gopping at her. Take her in your hands. Have a few practice swings. Whatever you fancy. She's all yours now. And what I wouldn't give to be you right now, lass. A smithy never forgets his first hammer. Sniff. I guess he's crying. He's happy for me. Okay. This is the final one. We've got them all then now. Now that there is a beautiful... No, that there is a beautiful sight. Never forget, a Smitty's hammer is her one true love. Friends will betray ye, lovers will leave ye, but your hammer'll never do ye no wrong. God seeing you standing there reminds me of a less ale-sodden, more lady-shaped version o' me younger self. But on to your task. We ain't a congregation of soft-handed scholarlies here. Smitty's learn by doing. Try your hand at making a bronze ingot. Any Smitty worth their salt's got to master the fundamentals, and you can't get more fundamental than that. It ain't complicated. Bronze is just copper and tin melted down and mixed together. So you'll be needing... that's it. Copper and tin ore. And seeing as most folk don't carry stuff like that around with them without reason, that person outside can provide you with some, for a price, that is. What the lad can't sell you, though, is the fire shard you'll need. Aye, it ain't complicated, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You need to melt the metals after all. And do that, you need to get them hotter than a bombard's backside. And that's all there is to it. Think you can handle it, lass? So that's the thing with the armor and blacksmith, is they do share a lot of similar basics like this one. The difference is purely on the shard that they use, because armor uses water, I'm pretty sure. And as you see, we technically already have one, but I'm still gonna craft one. Just so we can level up once from it. And as you see, we can also get other things. This is the secondary tool for the blacksmith. So on and so forth. Let's go ahead and give him the ingot. You can also, in reality, then use, like, if you level up only blacksmith, then you can use, like, the ingots from blacksmith for armor. Never, like, use the lower ranking one. You're alright, lass. Better than that, even. Sure you ain't done this before? Because honestly, this ain't what you'd expect from a adventurer fresh off the street. I think you might be a bleeding natural, lass. It takes just the right balance of metals to produce bronze suitable for weapons and tools. But this ingot you've made me, lass, it's on par with them on our veterans' produce. Them as our veterans' produce. You could take this down to Hawker's Alley and find a buyer in no time. Buyer got watching over ye. Ain't no doubt about it. Got talent, lass. Don't let it go to your head. I've seen plenty of folk get drunk on early success, only to puke their guts up later, because they forgot the talent's worth bugger all without hard work and dedication. So I tell you what, keep it simple for now, lass. Practice the fundamentals till you can smelt bronze in your sleep. And when you've gained the kind of confidence as only comes with experience, come back and I'll teach you something new. So what do I need to make the blacksmith is the hatchet. Lumber. And see, since both of these can be high quality, it's only an increase of 25. Same with like this is not. Oh, I need more bronze ingots anyway if I want to do that. And now this is blacksmith secondary, so I'll put this on. Now we have extra craftsman and control, so we have a secondary tool here, which will make doing this a lot easier. See, now that we have a secondary tool, more craftsman, we actually do 15 on blacksmith versus the 9 we were doing before. Now we should have 2. Oh, we only needed 1. I thought we needed 2 for this. Oh well. Not a big deal. We'll go with this. We still need to do 2 of these because we only got 15. Now we can put the rest into quality, so we get 100. It was easy. Let's go turn these in. And then we will do a little bit more. But it will be related to crafting. Not sure what we'll do. I think we'll probably do blacksmith, since we have the secondary tool already. This video is supposed to be out in like 4 hours, so still gotta upload and everything. Give us a level because, you know, head, but it's good enough. Now we've done all of them for today. That resets, like I said before, at 3 PM for me every day. So you can only do 1 every day of each one. Let's go see what we need. Oh wait. Oh, we're not going to be able to teleport closer. See what we need for the blacksmith. I believe we need to get to level 15 of a crafter. Let's see, this can give me that. We would get that from our next thing if we didn't. Anyway. Praise the builder. I was afraid you might have joined up with another crew. The thought of it pained me so much. I was down at the wench till the morning bells, I was. But here you are, still brimming with potential and with some extra meat on your smithing arm, if me eyes don't deceive me. So something new, of course. How could I forget? Lily Lovecraft, I bid ye craft 3 bronze crossbin hammers, just like the ones all our apprentice smiths use. For this, you'll need bronze, maple lumber, and hempen cloth. Now then, I know making the bronze won't pose you no trouble, but allow me to offer you a bit of advice regarding the materials. If you want to save yourself some coin, you might consider mining your own copper and tin in the wilds. And if that don't tickle your fancy, you might consider whacking the odd Goblin till it stops moving. They lug ore around with them, see? And it ain't as if swinging a sword's all that different from pounding a lump of metal into shape, is it? At the end of the day, though, how you go about getting the bits and pieces don't matter to me. I just want to see if you can make a decent hammer. Do what needs doing and come back when it's done. Okay, so our thing is not amateur. There's amateur bronze after. Amateur is before it, so it's gotta be here somewhere. Here we go. Okay, so it's the undyed hempen cloth. Simple enough. We need more maple lumber. So this is where being everything can come in handy. You can just like switch around. Super simple, and we can just jump around and do what we want. I feel like specializing purely in one craft is actually really detrimental to being able to build things in general, because then you're gonna have to like go to another. Either you're gonna have to pay people to get it for you, or so on and so forth. Weaver? And it's good to do this, like, evenly, because obviously as you get higher, you need more stuff from different levels. Because I find, like, I'm level 50 blacksmith on my one character, but then I need, like, something level 40 carpenter, and I only have, like, level 25, so I can't do it. Even though I am leveling the other one, so getting too far ahead of one can actually be very detrimental to doing your stuff. Blacksmith is first. Get a couple more high quality ones. We technically don't need high quality, but I forget if the high quality one gives us more experience or not. Now here's something, so this skill, this Master's Mend, is good for one reason. I'll show you in a second. Let's waste this. So now we're down 3, but we can use 88 of our CP, which is like our mana or GP for gathering. And boom, that returned 3 durability, so we can do 3 more times. Costs a lot of our stuff, and doing the quality also costs our CP down there. Just hammering doesn't. But yeah, so when you hit harder ones, micromanaging that is actually very good to do. You can actually do a lot with it. $15, so we need to do 2. I always like to have it where only 1 is left. And then we can use everything else. See, if we use it here, it still only returns 3. So it's just knowing what your skills do. You can do quite a bit with them. I don't think consider what are we actually using? We're still using the level 1 one. We might want to make one more and use it ourselves. We need to make at least one more maple lumber. And then we can use it ourselves. Yeah, let's see if that works. If we can just use the regular ones. Oh, I meant to... Damn. Oh well. Still works. Turn it in first. Oh, whoops. What was that? Where are them hammers I asked for last? Here, here, and here. All high quality. Do you really want to trade a high quality item? Seems last time weren't no fluke. This here's some impressive work, lass. Now a layman might look at this and think you just stuck a piece of bronze on a maple stick. But you done a damn sight more than that, whether you know it or not. A hammer's a tool after all, and the head's got to grip the shaft for tens of thousands of strikes. What's more, when a smithy's pounding a red-hot piece of metal, her hammer takes up some the heat and swells a touch. Which ain't a problem unless it's a poorly made piece of shite. Take it from me, lass. There's few things more embarrassing than flinging a glowing hammerhead over your shoulder straight into the eye of your newest apprentice, even if he did eventually get his sight back. But I reckon your hammers won't lead to any incidents like that. In short, I'm happy with what you've done. Now spare us both the "don't rest on your laurels" speech, if it's all the same to you. Stating the bleeding obvious is best done with a drink in your hand, I find. But well done, any road. Here, you'll be needing this. A hammer will suffice for simple smithing, but complex jobs call for a more delicate touch, which is what a file gives ye. Using one alongside your hammer will make your life a good deal easier, whatever you're crafting. Try smithing something simple. I guarantee you'll see a difference. And when you've done that, do it again. I want you to practice till you can wield that file as well as your hammer. Once you've got the hang of it, come back for another task. Yeah, this whole point of what I explained. Craftsman is your progress, control is your quality, and the CP is what you need. It's crafting stamina is what they call it there. Now, you can decide what you want. Usually what I do here is based on like, what else do I have? Obviously we haven't started, so like, we don't have a lot of stuff here. We did make some, so like, the pants are the thing we need the most. Yeah. Also want to put on the new hammer. Because, as you see, that's a significant jump. It's also control, so air quality. All good stuff. Need maple lumber again for that. So it's clearly we need that. Also, let's see, that was... Do we have any... We do. Okay, so we have all our stuff put on here. Go ahead and make more maple. Do a couple because we obviously need it. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, I thought that's what happened. I didn't save it. Put it on, but I didn't save it. And where the hammer? This one. I didn't save the changes that we put on. Yeah, you have to manually put on the high quality ones. It's 17. That would have been fine if we needed another one. Yeah, the bronze ingot, and we can make the Viking sword. We can also, real quick, make that. Primary goal is just to level this up a bit. There's a rhyme and reason to what I'm doing here, by the way. go. We'll up enough. We get the next one, so let's do the next one. You know what, lass? It may not be my place to say it. Me being your guildmaster and all, but I like ye. I really like ye. Together, there's not we can't. What? Why are you making that face at me? Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. You're the most promising pupil I've had in God knows how long it is all. I was just waxing sentimental for a moment. You can't honestly tell me you don't get a bit emotional when you've been out the night before and... Ah, forget it. Been working hard, have you? Hey, I can tell. But this is just the beginning, lass. You see, the art of blacksmithing is deeper than the deepest ocean. And if you plan on getting to the bottoms of it, you'll need to sink? No, that's no good. Alright, how about this? If you mean to set sail for the faraway land of smithing mastery, you mustn't try to make the journey in a dinghy. Ah, the hell's with it. Just make me a dozen bronze rivets, lass. You like his, cheering on. So we need to make it to 10. So I'm pretty sure we can give either... Let's make 7 more. Pretty sure you can mix and match your turn in. But now can you see why I say that I'm not going to do the crafting, like, leveling on screen, probably? I'll probably do the daily stuff, like I said, off. But, like, if I really need to grind up a level, I'll do it this way. And just do it off screen, whatnot. Because this just takes a long time. Like, nothing wrong with it. I actually find doing this, like, just relaxing. Just going around collecting stuff as gatherers and then using it to level up. But I feel like this is not very riveting gameplay. the actual story aspect of it is. And that's why I won't do any of them off screen. But yeah, no. Like I said, the best way to level the crafters is after Heaven's Ward. I think I said this in the last video, so re-evaluating here, but you need to be level 20. I'm pretty sure in each crafter. Well, whichever crafter you want to level. You can't level in that area without doing it that way, so like... Yeah, let's see if we can do this. I thought we could mix them. Well, I guess you can't mix them. Interesting. I really thought you could. Oh well. We'll make 2 more high quality ones. They're too good not to make them high quality, so... I mean, technically speaking, no we're not. I could blaze through it, but... I guess I've never mixed and matched. That's interesting. I thought I have. How are them rivets coming along? Anytime now, lass. Really thought you could do both. Oh well. Here you go. All high quality for you. I went above and beyond, which means nothing in this quest. Praise the builder. You've done it again. These rivets are perfect. But don't take that to mean they're special, because they ain't. You see, rivets have got to be perfect. And I'll tell you for why. If you're pounding something and her hammers break, you can just grab a new one. But it's a whole other story when your rivet fail. Ever seen an airship blast? Marvelous things they are, but bloody complicated. Now imagine you're a dozen miles above Limsa and your fancy flying boat starts springing rivets. Might be as it's from the engine, might be from the hull. It'll make no difference. Whichever it is, you're royally buggered. If I was on that airship last, taking in a gorgeous view as the confounding contraption tumbled down to the earth below, I'd be cursing them rivets with all me heart. Aye, and the half-assed bastard shat 'em out, too. And you wouldn't want that on your conscience, would ye? Which is why you must always make quality product what stand the test of time. To help ye learn the importance of quality, I want ye to try smithing for paying customers. Start by having a word with Tamukri down at the Wench. She should be able to point you in the direction of a few Lumensians as need the services of a talented lass like yourself. Hone your craft, earn some coin, hells, have a drink while you're at it. The wench is always serving. Now we can look at, like, this adds control and higher quality, so we'll get this one. I think we're probably, yeah, this is the bronze one, so we have better because we have the high quality version. We have a better shirt now. The question is, where did it go? Because I don't know what this one. Curiosity. Yeah, get out of the way. We have... Clappers. No, I can't make iron ingots yet, apparently. Or maybe iron ingots aren't. Yeah. Try to see something that's very simple to make. Just need bronze ingots for that too. And that would be another one that I can make randomly. Oh, I need more tin. You could also go around and just level up these, but let's see. My whole point is I want to get more experience, and the best way to do that, they got an extra 1,000 for doing that for first time. Need another bronze for this one. Like, technically speaking, if you really want to mess with stuff, I'll show you another thing right after this. Let me get this one real quick. I personally don't generally recommend it. But... oh, there's the iron ingot. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of... that way we can do iron, because that'll give us more level up. So let me first do it, because I have to demonstrate it first. And that's something too, when it says the condition here, where it says normal, if it's good, if you do the quality then, you'll get a higher boost to it. There's also excellent, but after excellent, it will go down to poor, and then it will do less. So also watching that like RNG there in condition is really good. Yeah, that's good. So now, what you can do is once you've crafted something once, you can set it up to do auto, but the thing is, it will do whatever. See, it didn't give me a high quality, yet you saw I got high quality relatively easily. But this will give you experience too. It's not... I think you get more if you do it yourself, but you can just like... we'll see. They're only giving 700 for that. I'll get a few more. See, it made one high quality. which is not very useful, like, in the long run. Let's get another, and let's see. Let's demonstrate what I was curious about, because I've never really paid that close attention, but you can do that if you need, like, quick ingots and don't really care. I care about the quality, so I rarely use quick. See, that says good, so this will give me a higher boost than it did normally. It's not easy to get the high quality, but like, I'm pretty sure without fail I can get high quality almost every single time. Yeah, see, I made like almost 3,000, but doing it the quick way there gave me like 700. So it's definitely recommended to do. But like, if you're not getting experience from it and you're making like a bunch of bronze just to make them, there's no point in doing them there. Like, eventually you'd be too high, and like, if I need iron ingots when I'm like much higher, it's not going to give me any experience. So doing them just quickly like that is probably better in the long run if I need a bunch of them for stuff. But definitely not better when you first start. Case in point, by like the bonus experience that I'm getting and whatnot from doing them myself. And the more you learn what each skill does and stuff, the more it just becomes second nature to do this stuff without like really paying attention. I think it's 15, so let's see if it is. Horizon. This is the whole point of one of the things I think it's 15 we need. Let's see, is it? Is... Onward! I don't remember if there's attacking enemies here or not. There is, so I had to be careful that the buzzards don't attack me. Absolutely glamorous. Thanks to yours truly, you have a basic understanding of glamours, yes? I also understand you're no stranger to crafting this. And that by yourself. It so happens these skills can be applied to a singular cause. Would you be interested in helping to bring more glamour to the world? By that, I mean learning to make glamour prisms, either for personal use or to aid the aesthetically underprivileged. I will explain everything in due course, but there is something I need to prepare beforehand. Bring me some authority in orange juice in the meantime, would you? Just ask Booklined, same as last time. Well, staring at me isn't going to get that orange juice poured any quicker. Hurry up, would you? This girl has an orange juice addiction. She's still got you running errands then, and she wants orange juice, this time 12 preserved. Well, here it is. I think she and I need to have a little chat about our tab. This order alone costs more than some of our big drinking regulars spend in a whole night. You got my drink, I take it? Yeah, have your damn drink. That's what I call orange juice. Eastern oranges have a bitter kick that truly invigorates the soul. All that jumping around almost made it go down the wrong way. Anyway, before we begin, I have a confession to make. To be perfectly frank, my expensive tastes in orange juices have to be paid for somehow. While my intentions are sincere, my reasons for helping you are not entirely altruistic. Pass this letter to Goblin, the merchant. He'll allow you to browse his Glamour Prism recipe tomes. If you buy any of them, he'll give me a cut of the profits. You'll have the knowledge you seek, and I'll have money for orange juice. What could be more quaint? I will also send word to my associate Biscard in Revenant's Toll. We have a similar arrangement, and I'm sure you'll find his prices just as fair as Goblin's. Oh, you can do it there too. I've never even paid attention. I've only done it from this dude. Just start with Goblin though, since his stall's right there by the Heist. Once you've read one of those books, you'll be able to make the prisms yourself. Share the glory of glamours with the masses. Since you come in pursuit of true elegance, is that a letter of introduction peeking from your pocket? May I see it? Here you go. So you are her protege, and you wish to produce glamour prisms, a noble endeavor. My selection of tomes reserved for only the most deserving are yours to pursue. Thank you. You may now purchase master crafting tomes from Goblin as well as the Taroga in Ordona. By using the tomes, you can learn the recipes within. Okay, that's not why I'm here. I am here for these items. Now I'll explain what these items are in a bit. Let's go ahead and get them all though. Okay, and these are the tomes that you can use, depending on which one you want them to unlock for. I guess I have enough, I might as well get the punch one too, because if we're gonna end up doing all the classes eventually, we'll go for the monk as well. Now, the quickest way I know is to go to the inn. It's either in any of the city-states, doesn't matter which. I just specifically picked this one because why not? Inn will be over here. First, make sure if you're gonna be doing what I'm doing, which you don't even know what I'm doing yet, but make sure you mend all your gear. Because you can't mend inside the inn. Now, I don't know if I've actually... I didn't, because it gave me this. So, we should have... Yeah, we have 12 crystals. Let's see... We want... this. Yes, we want that. We're gonna put this in here. Yes, I know, I'll explain this in a second. Hold your horses, game. We want to... Each time you put something in the glamour dresser, you use one glamour prism. So make sure you know you have more before you just put stuff in here willy-nilly. I don't know if I can access this, so let's see. That or... Let's go ahead and do this. And they're small no matter what. Put these in here. You. Laura's Glamour. Use Sora's Glamour. Let's also do necklace, ring, and bracelet. We'll leave the earring alone. Let's pull this out. Okay, so this is what you do. Let me change this over here because we don't want it to say minor. We want it to be everything. All. Okay. So what the Emperor's new hat and stuff literally is glamour to hide your armor. So now, as long as I use this plate specifically, any helmet that I use will be invisible. That way I can use whatever helmet I want, but you don't actually see it. I'm gonna do the same over here. This will hide rings and wrist, like bracelet, necklace, and rings will be hidden. We'll put this on. We're just gonna go for something very basic right off the get-go. There we go, like very basic. But let's see here. We had blue. Oh yeah, they're ice blue. So let's say we do that. And we can keep them that. So now if we save this, this uses 2 dyes of what we have. We have 3. And now you can see what we have here. We go here. You have to do this in town. But as long as it qualifies by like all classes or the class, like if it's a mage, it has to be magic, this disciple of magic or whatever. As long as it qualifies for the same, it works. And boom. We're using the same gear we were using before. But now we have our own little appearance. See? And this can be done with anything. So you get all these ugly clothes on. They're mismatching it. Oh, I didn't put hands on, so in this case we still have our armors on. Yeah, see? We can even do it on our, like, attack one. But the beauty of that, doing that quest that I just did that required me to have a level 15 is the only way you unlock the Emperor's Glamour. Now, I could have, to my understanding, you can trade them, so like I could have got it on my other, put it in the company chest, or ask somebody to trade it, me to trade them it, and then them trade it back to me. But overall, it was just, I figured why not. And we can do, like I said, with anything. The beauty of making the glamour things, the plates, is that whatever's in the dresser you can use freely. It only takes the one. If you do it outside of the glamour dresser and change like one piece of gear into something else without being a plate, you have to use a glamour prism each time, I'm pretty sure. Whereas here, if I have like 3 things that can work in the same class, I can change between them without ever using more dyes or using more stuff. Now, if I try to put this, like, shirt on the second plate in the dresser, it will be yellow again, so I'll have to use another dye there. So, like, you can mess up, like, you can end up using more by making multiple plates, but overall, it's just easier to do it this way. It's a lot better to have the glamour done this way. Highly recommend it. As you see, just boom, appearance changed again. If you ever want to change what it looks like, you have to use dispellers. If the item is not, generally speaking, I just toss the item on somebody else, or like a retainer, or eventually like deconstruct it, so it doesn't really matter. But if you end up having changed something that you want the appearance of in the glamour thing or whatever, you have to dispel it first. And you can put whatever in here. You can put every single piece of gear you earned in here. Even copies, but obviously you don't really want to do copies. But a good way to check is you can do here. It'll tell you what you have in here. I can't search for something that's already in there. But if it's in there, it will, when I search for item, it will check mark it as in the glamour dresser. As you see, I have multiple on my inventory and one in my armor of this item. That's a way to check if you already put something in there, and you might have forgotten. But, it'll say, like, certain glamours couldn't have been restored, because, like, certain items have already, like, been changed. If you're using the item on a different, like, set. But all you have to do is, like, go here and do it again, or whatever. And see whatever you need. Obviously, in certain cases, we haven't done everything yet. But you can just go through, like I said, and boom, free of charge, change it again. But yeah, welcome to the introduction of crafting. We probably won't dabble in crafting again for a long while. Probably until, like, I can fly, or even at the end of at the ends of Heaven's Ward. We'll see. I personally am kind of like, after you've done something, it's like I'm done with it. Because we're like, we don't really want to dabble in it till later. Forget how we do it. There. Yes. Bigger so it's easier. Save it. This is how you can do. I don't know if I really dabbled in this on screen too much. But yeah, you can do whatever. Let me get the best way to do this. Maybe we'll do a different. Point. Pose. Oops. There we go. This is gonna be our thumbnail. Anyway, this was a long introduction, and like I said, I wanted to get them all so we could all have it done and do it all in one video. So, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one whenever I do it. I don't know if I'll do the next one right after this, but it'll be another day either way. So, see ya!